Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Nurse. This will be a level 1-2 power flow class. And so we'll be moving a little bit more quickly throughout the sequencing. If anytime you feel the need to hold back or modify, feel free to do so. It's best to be stable and find strength and poses before going further for flexibility or balancing in postures. Overall, that will protect your joints and ligaments and muscles for many, many years to come. So with that in mind, you get the mat rolled out and I'll see you there. All right, so we're gonna land down into the space with the hands in front of us. Reaching the fingertips forward as you lengthen the spine, dropping down, releasing the mind, igniting the breath, bringing in the current of energy throughout the body, breathing in and out through the nose for the whole class if you can. And we're going to come forward, pressing into the hands. Shoulders are going to pass the fingertips, and we're going to start to engage the Chaturanga muscles. So lift the hip bones, lower ribs in, firm abdomen, engaging those anterior serratus, intercostal muscles, and distributing the weight throughout the fingertips and not so much on the wrist joints. And we're going to pull the hips back, lengthen out, curl the toes under, pulling back to find length. One more time, we'll come forward, finding those internal actions, and we'll bend the elbows, hold. You don't have to go all the way to 90, you can also stay a little higher. Tops of shoulders pulling back even when you're bending the elbows. And we'll push back to downward dog, feet together. Feeling the expansion throughout the body. Another breath here as you straighten the arms. And we're going to come forward, feet together to find a plank. Hold. Find those internal actions. So adding the legs here, heels back, engages the inner line of the leg, inner thighs, and send the inner thighs to the sky. Strong legs helps to stabilize your planks and chaturangas. We're going to lift the right foot up and hold with the right foot lifted. And we're going to send the right foot back to downward dog, lengthening toes back. Pull the right knee to your chest, stepping the right foot forward, back knee to the floor. Right hand outside the right foot, left hand reaching back, open chest to left. Turning from the upper ribs. 2 more breaths. You can press into that right foot to pull the hips back any amount that feels good. And we're going to come to twisted lunge. Left hand on our left shoulder, open chest to the right. And when you're ready, curl the toes under, lift the back knee. Right hand reaching for the back wall as you pull the neck back in line with the upper thoracic. Last breath. And we're going to bring the right hand outside the right foot. Drop your back heel down. So it's a heel arch alignment, longer stance. Opening chest to left. Grounding the edge of your back heel. You can pull the hips back here again, any amount. 2, 1. And we're going to come onto the right fingertips. Find the strength in your legs as you come up to warrior 2. So your heel arch alignment, longer stance. And we're going to bring the hands up over the head, palms to the sky, lengthening the front body as you root the feet down. And we're gonna lean to the left, push the right knee forward, lengthening those right side intercostal muscles. And we're gonna windmill the arms coming down, right leg's gonna shoot back and up in downward dog. Coming back, right foot down to feet together, downward dog, and to a plank with the feet together. So finding those internal actions again, distributing the weight throughout the fingertips, really strong legs. And we'll lift the left foot off the floor, hold. Lifting the left foot back and up in downward dog. Finding length as you pull the triceps back to straighten the arms. Pulling the left knee to the chest, stepping the left foot forward, back knee to the floor, left hand outside of left foot, open chest to the right. Keeping the breath. Like we did on the other side, you can pull your hips back. And we're coming to twisted lunge, right hand under right shoulder, open chest to left. When you're ready, lift the back knee. 2 more breaths. Finding the mounds of your toes. And we're gonna bring that left hand back outside the left foot. Drop your back heel, open chest back to the right. Grounding the back edge of the foot as the right hand reaches for that back wall again. 3, 2, letting the energy come into the body. 1. Coming onto left fingertips, all the way up to warrior 2, heel arch, gaze past the left fingertips. And we'll bring the hands up to the sky, palms reaching up, finding more length in the torso. Leaning to the right side with the hands up as you push that left knee forward. Find the grounding in your edges of the feet. And we're gonna windmill the arms down, left foot shooting back in downward dog. Coming to a plank with the feet hip width. Back to those internal actions. Dropping the knees, chaturanga, go slow. Keep pulling tops of shoulders back as you go down. Inhaling upward dog, roll the shoulders back. Index and finger, thumb pressing. And meeting back in downward dog. 5, 4. Wide shoulders, tops of thighs pressing back. 2. Gaze between the thighs, eventually to the navel. 1. Step or jump, feet together, top of the mat. Inhaling, chest forward. Exhale, drop the head down. We're gonna come all the way up, lengthen out, hands over the head, and finding a Samastitihi. Inhale, arms up. Ears back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. When you inhale, lengthen here, eventually you want to bring palms to the floor. So bend your knees to plant your palms down. Don't lift your hands when you jump back. Chest coming forward. Bring the weight to those fingertips again. Keep the chest forward. Shoulders past fingertips as you lift the heels to jump back to your plank. From plank, take your time, knees off the floor if you can, to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 5, 4. Opening up the body more here. Keeping the breath moving through. Last breath. When you jump forward, same thing, keep the palms planting down, straight arms for this one. You're gonna bend your knees, hips back and up. So keep pressing your hands as you jump forward and you lift your hips up. There's a feeling of your thighs pulling into your core. So give it a shot. Jumping forward, feet together, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Coming all the way up, lengthen out. And Samastitihi, coming into Utkatasana, weight in the heels, hands up, ears back, 2. Lift your hip bones. 1. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chest forward. If you can, plant the hands down when you jump back. And go for that Chaturanga, knees off the floor, shoulders past fingertips, go slow. Upward dog, shoulders back, ears, gaze to nose. Exhale, downward dog. We're gonna lift the right leg back and up, bend the knee, open the hip. Warrior 1 on the right side, heel to heel, hands over the head, 2 breaths. Straight arms, 1. We're gonna lift the back heel to high lunge, arms are shoulder width, feeling stable in this high lunge. And we'll bring the left elbow outside the right knee, hands to prayer, open chest to the right. 3. Bringing that right knee over the ankle. 2, strengthen the back leg. Last breath. We're gonna gaze to the front foot, step the left foot to the right foot, feet together, drop the hips, weight in the heels. You can keep your hands to prayer, option 1. Option 2, left hand to the floor, right hand comes up. Stacking the shoulders, 3. Pull the head back in line with the spine. 2. 1. Gaze down, step left foot back, coming up to warrior 2. So you're turning chest to the left side of the mat. Find that heel arch alignment. Drop into the warrior 2. And then pull the right hip back, straight legs, reverse warrior. Preparing for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lengthen those right side ribs. Hand can come to the shin, floor, or the big toe. Stack your shoulders. Breathe into it. 4. 3. Pull the shoulder blades down the back and towards the spine. Feeling the whole body. 1 more breath. We're going to bring this top hand forward, reaching past the left shoulder. Lift your back heel. Coming to Natarajasana variation, left fingertips to the floor. Lifting the back leg, bend the left knee. Right hand reaching towards the left ankle, option 1. Next option, you might grab the foot, the left foot. You can also, if you're stable, lift the left hand off the floor. So moving at your pace and finding a variation where you can be stable and breathe into the pose. Eventually, the top of the right thigh is going to press back to find a straight right leg. And we're working with opposition here in the body. So feeling the energy lines. Left hand reaching forward as your back knee goes back. And then we're going to keep your focus, bring this left knee up to the sky in front of you, hands to hips. Keep reaching the left knee up. Extend the left leg any amount. Trying to keep the right straight leg. Breathe. And we'll come to standing splits. So if you go ahead, if you know the standing splits, modified version, fingertips to the floor. Start with bringing your head down, left leg up. Start here. If you're stable, you can bring the left hand under left shoulder and then bring the right forearm behind the right shin bone. And you're Keep putting more weight in the front of the foot as you drop your head down to fold to the right leg. Left leg's reaching for the sky. 3. Shoulders up the back. 2. 1. From here, we're going to step the left foot back. Right foot shoots up and back for downward dog, reaching the right leg back. And we're going to pull that right knee to the left elbow in a plank and hold. Using the core muscles, straight arms. Right leg's going to come back and up in downward dog. And we're coming to fallen angel. So right foot outside the left arm on the side of the mat. Drop your back heel to the floor. Open your chest to the ceiling. Left hand comes up, reaching to the sky. 3. Pressing your back heel down, right shoulder in the back. 2. 1. Coming back for the plank. Find your plank. Stabilize it first. Refine the actions. Keep the alignment as you exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Roll the shoulders back. Exhaling, downward dog. And we'll lift the left foot up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Another breath here. Left foot steps forward, warrior 1 on the right side, on the left side. Warrior 1, inhale, arms up over the head. 2. 1. Lift the back heel in a high lunge, arms shoulder width. When you're ready, right elbow outside the left knee, hands to prayer, open chest to the left. 3. So pulling the head back so your neck's not rounding forward. 2. Strengthen the back mounds of the toes, pinky side. 1 more breath. You're going to gaze down to the front foot. Step your feet together. Weight in the heels, drop your hips. You can keep your hands to prayer as you open the chest to left. Next option, right hand comes to the floor, left hand reaches up to the ceiling. 3. 2. Try to keep moving the breath through the body, even when it's hard. 1. And when you're going to gaze down, that right foot's going to step back to the lunge. Coming up to warrior 2 as you turn the chest to the right side of the mat, heel arch alignment. Find that warrior 2. And we're going to reverse to straight legs, pressing the front toes. Coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose, lengthening the left side ribs. Stack the shoulders and go deep inside the body. Breathing into it. Two more breaths. We're going to start to look down. Bring the right top hand to reach forward. Lift the back heel. Right hand passes the right shoulder. As you lift the back heel, bend the right knee, left hand reaching for the foot. Like we did on the other side. Find your variation. Right hand can stay a little bit off the floor. Maybe a little more. Just going at your pace. If you fall out, don't worry, come back in. And we're going to bring that right knee up to the sky, hands to the hips. Reaching the right knee up. Straighten the left upper thigh. Extend the right leg any amount. And we're going to come to that standing splits. So like you did on the other side, start by dropping your head down, hands to the floor. When you're stable, you can bring the left forearm behind the left calf, right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. So again, just going at your pace and you're at the stages where you're comfortable. 2, 1, and the right leg's gonna come back. Press the hands, shoot the left leg up in downward dog. We're gonna bring the left knee to the right elbow and hold. Left leg's gonna come back and up, lengthen out. Moving to fallen angel, left foot outside the right arm, drop your back heel, right hand comes up as you open the chest to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. And find the plank. Left foot comes back. Stabilize the plank first. Find the internal actions. Maintain them as you go to your chaturanga, exhaling. Inhale, upward dog, pressing the index finger and thumb. Roll the shoulders back. And meeting back in downward dog. 5 breaths. You can come into a child's pose as well. Just listening to your body, whatever feels best right now. 2 more breaths. If you're in a child's pose, we'll come back to downward dog. And we're gonna come to dolphin. So the forearms are gonna come to the floor from downward dog. Elbows, wrists in one line and shoulders all in one line. Press your hands down. You're gonna walk your feet in and look at your fingers. As you bring your gaze forward, pull the tops of the shoulders back. Lift the right leg up. Lots of shoulder back strength here. And then we'll drop the right foot and come to a forearm plank. So you're in one long line. Find those internal actions again, your alignment in this pose. So from here, coming to side plank, open chest to the right. You can do your version, so one foot in front of the other. You can stack your feet, or you can also grab peace fingers to the big toe. 3, 2, 1. Coming back to the forearm plank, find those internal actions again. And then drop your knees, pulling back. And we're gonna do the left side. After we'll come to downward dog. So we're dropping the forearms from downward dog. It's a bit more challenging, but keeping the alignment, shoulders, elbow, and wrist in one line. And then walk the feet in as much as you can. Gaze to your fingertips, weight in the hands. Lift the left leg up. Pulling top to shoulders back as you gaze forward. And we're gonna step back to the forearm plank. So find your strength here first, strong legs, core, and then turn to the left for your side plank. So same thing you did on the other side, your version. 3, 2, 1. And we'll come down to forearm plank. Find those internal actions, strengthen them, and we'll drop the knees, pull the hips back. Coming to downward dog when you're ready. We're gonna move to pigeon. So right leg coming up, open the hip, bend the knee, finding length, expansion here, pressing the hands, and pulling the right knee forward to bring the hip on the floor. So for pigeon, you're gonna bring the right hip on the floor, bend your left knee forward, right shin bone coming in towards the right thigh, starting here, hands in front of you. Once you ground the right hip down, then you can bring this left knee back any amount to straighten the left leg. And you can also bring the right foot up so the shin is parallel to the front of the mat. As you go deeper in the pose, so find your place without straining or forcing anything. So you're grounding the right hip down and pulling the left hip forward as the internal action here. And just breathe into it. Releasing tension. Keeping the breath flowing through the body like a current of energy. And we're going to come up. We're going to pull this right foot close to the right inner thigh. Bring weight to the right side, right hip, as you swing this left foot up, around, outside the right knee. So we're going to ground the sitting bones first, lengthen your spine, and we'll lift the right hand up. Right elbow outside the left knee, open chest to left, and breathe into it. So like a sponge, we're squeezing out the old water here, dirty water, with the breath as you come into the spinal twist with the upper thoracic. Breathe into it. If you're flexible, you can bring this right hand underneath the left knee to bind. Last breath. And we're going to come forward, stack the knees. So one on top of the other, left knee on top of the right. And work to ground your sitting bones. You can stay here. Maybe you'll feel good to drop forward. Any amount. Relaxing the head down. Last breath. We're going to bring the hands to the left side of the mat as we stay low, and bring the right upper arm or elbow outside this left knee, open chest to left again, going a little deeper, breathing into that spinal twist. You can also press the right palm to the floor to feel that opposition in the pose, to go deeper. And we'll come to center. So from here, we're going to do a vinyasa. Hands are going to come in front of you. Lift your hips up, keep the weight in the hands, shoulders, chest stay forward as you jump the legs back. And then find your chaturanga, exhaling. Inhale, upward dog, ears back, gaze to nose. Lift the hips, roll over the feet, exhaling, downward dog. So left side, we're going to lift the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and find expansion here. Press your hands, go at your maximum length, creating more space. And we'll pull that left knee in for pigeon on the left side. So bend the right knee and pull your left foot close to the left thigh. Ground your sitting bones. This left hip should be on the floor. And once you found it, then go deeper. So you can bring the right leg back. Maybe left foot comes forward for a parallel shin bone to the front of the mat. And dropping into it. Releasing the mind. Pulling the right hip forward as you ground the left hip. Breathing the body. Inhaling fresh energy coming into all the places where we created more space. Exhaling fully, full exhales. And we're gonna come up. We're gonna bring this left foot close to the left inner thigh, lean to the left as you bring this right foot around outside the left knee. We're gonna find the sitting bones to ground down first and lengthen the spine. Left hand coming up, reaching for the sky. Left elbow outside, the right knee, open chest to the right. So if you want to do the bind, you can pull that left hand through the right leg underneath the knee. And then you bring the right hand back to grab the wrist joint. One more breath. And we're gonna release forward. We're gonna stack the knees. So the right knee's on top of the left knee. And coming for that fold again to release the hips. We're gonna bring the hands over to the right as you stay low. And you can bring the left upper arm or elbow outside that right knee as you open chest to the right. Reaching the right hand back. And we'll come to center. Last vinyasa, hands down, weight in the hands, chest stays forward as you jump back with the legs. And then going for your chaturanga, upward dog, meeting back in downward dog. From downward dog, we're gonna jump. When you jump forward, we're gonna do it twice. So the first time, the right leg's gonna come in front of the ankle, and you're gonna land here. And then keep pulling your ankles through the hands to bring your legs through. As you keep doing that, you're just gonna float through. So we'll do the other side, the left side. Coming back, press your hands. Make sure your arms are straight and keep pressing your palms down when you jump. And cross the left leg in front. And we're gonna land here. Press your hands to pull your ankles through the arms. And we'll come down for back bending. So for back bending, we'll start with bridge. And then if you're comfortable, we'll go to full wheel. Only if you're confident and you're feeling stable for full wheel, otherwise do bridge the 2 next times. When we go to full wheel, on the second one, we'll go to full wheel, and then we'll bring the head to the floor and go back up for the last one. If you're tired and you don't want to do the third one, chin to chest and come to the floor. Don't force yourself to do the third one. So we'll bring the fingertips to the heels, and we'll walk the hands in to interlace the fingers, and then we'll rock from side to side to bring the shoulders towards the spine, lifting the hips up for bridge. See if you can draw your low ribs in here to firm your abdomen, and notice how that distributes the weight throughout the front of the foot as well. Pressing the arms down, 2 more breaths. So you can come down or bring the hands over the head, flat to the floor, wrists under elbows, and you're gonna press your hands to come onto the top of the head. When you're here, it's a good place to stay here, that's fine. You can also see your wrist and make sure your elbows are not out to the side. You draw your elbows in midline and pull the shoulders up the back, and then press your hands if you're feeling stable to lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So chin to chest if you want to go all the way down. Otherwise, bring your head back to the floor. Walk your hands in, make it a little deeper. Pull the shoulders up the back and come back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll bring the chin to the chest. When you come down every time, keep the head and neck safe. And we're gonna do a supine fold here. Just bring the feet up towards your face and lengthen the lumbar spine. Keeping the internal gaze. Noticing how the body feels at the end of practice. Couple more breaths. And we're going to bring the feet as wide as the mat, hands over the head, rocking your knees from side to side. Slowing down the breath, finding a natural rhythm now with the breath. And stay with me as we take a rest before we come up. So Shavasana, or you can drop your knees in towards each other, palms to ceiling. And you're absorbing here all the benefits of the practice. And you're giving yourself time to receive energy and rest. A couple more breaths to relax more. And slowly turn onto your side when you're ready. Coming up to seated. We're going to come to an easy cross-legged pose. Slowly bringing yourselves back into the space, taking your time, staying mindful. Three more breaths here. With precision, follow every part of the breath. And we'll gently open the eyes, coming to a place of gratitude, hands to prayer, namaste. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I will see you for the next one.